Hey guys, welcome back to Banter with Brooke. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope you guys are all doing amazing, having a great weekend, and you had a good week. My name is Brooke. I am the host of this podcast and the creator of this YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. As you can see from the title and thumbnail, I'm going to be doing a how much money I would need to do blank. And I had some people respond to my Instagram story and give me prompts. And I also came up with some myself and with my mom and my brother. So I'm just going to be reading off some of those. But before I do, I want to honor my dog. One of my dogs, Jake, passed away a week ago now, which is crazy. And I he was my childhood dog, my very first dog. And he was 12 years old, so he lived a full, long, happy life. But that was the first, pet loss like that I had experienced, and it was very traumatic. And I miss him very much. And I don't want to go into details, honestly, of the whole experience because it was very traumatic for me. And I've been doing good this past couple of days. I was the first 4 days, I was definitely not doing well. I'm doing better yesterday and today. I've been doing good. So I don't want to really explain all of that. But I am just very happy that he's not struggling anymore and he's at peace. But I do miss him so, so much. And I feel bad for my other dog. He doesn't seem to be acting too sad, or he doesn't really seem to notice, which I'm kind of happy about. But I love my dog and I miss my dog. And anyone else who's gone through pet loss knows how hard of an experience that is. And I just, for some reason, I didn't expect it. He was old and he was having problems and stuff, but I just feel like you never expect it. At least me, I just thought my dog was going to live forever. And then they start having problems and stuff happens. And you're like, oh, I forgot that that's a thing that happens. Yeah, it was very horrible. And it feels weird. I still feel like I hear his bark sometimes, or I'll catch myself still looking for him. I'll go, because my dogs usually stay upstairs. They sleep in my mom's room is downstairs and they sleep in her bed. But throughout the day, we have the gate, there's a gate by our stairs, so they just stay upstairs. And now it's just my dog Blue. But when Jake was up there as well, whatever. But I still, when I go up the stairs in the morning, I still tend to look, or I'll see something out of the corner of my eye and think it's him, but it'll just be somebody's shoes on the ground or something that is white or kind of looks like him. So I'm going to put a little picture or a little montage, depends on how I feel when I edit this, if I do a video or a picture, but I'm going to put a little thing to honor my dog Jake. And I love him. He was I would always call him Yiddle Guy, little but with a Y. Call him Yiddle Guy, I'd call him Muffin, I'd call him Baby, I'd be like, hello baby. I'd call him what do I call him, Moochie? I don't know, I'd be like, hi Moo. I just call him whatever I felt like. I'd be like, hi my little Moochie, my Muffin. I called him Muffin, I forgot if I said that. But he was the best dog ever. He was literally such a good boy. He was so cuddly. And it feels weird not having him. And I just wanted to start off with that just because that's something serious that's gone on in my life. And I want you guys to be updated with me because y'all are my friends and it's fun. And I like to keep you guys updated. And I know that's not a very positive update at all, but life isn't all positive, but you can't dwell on it. I took my couple days to cry and be sad, and I still, of course, am sad and I miss him more than anything, but I don't like the feeling of being sad. So I think what's been helping the past couple of days is I've been very distracted. I've been with friends, I've been out doing stuff. When I like have time to sit alone with my thoughts is when it gets a little wonky, but I haven't really been doing that for the past couple of days. So I think that has helped. But now we can get into what this episode is about. So the first thing I have is how much money would I need to sell my Squishmallows? And you guys all know, well, if you're new here and this is the first video you're seeing, I love Squishmallows and I have some right here and I always change them out every couple of episodes. I put new, either one big Squishmallow, couple, right now I have 3 little ones and I have an addiction. I probably have over 50. I love Squishmallows and my mom came up with this one. How much money would I need to sell my Squishmallows? And honestly, not that much. I know I love them very much, but I've probably spent probably close to $500 on them. I don't know. Because some of them are small and they're only like $6, and then there's bigger ones that were like $40. So I actually don't know the math of how much I've spent. Let's just say it's between like $500 and $1,000. If I could just make that money back and then profit, because then guess what? I can just buy more Squishmallows. If I get rid of my Squishmallows, I'm not going to not ever own them again. But if that's the case, if it was to never have a Squishmallow again, I would need, okay. So let's say all these Squishmallows were 500 to 1,000. I would probably want, oh my God, I just kicked the thing. I would probably, oh my gosh. Okay. I would probably want like $2,000. That's how much money I would need to sell all my Squishmallows. Because then I'd make like a little over 1,000 in profit. I could buy some more. But if it was to never own a Squishmallow again, I think I would need probably, this might be dramatic for you guys, but I love Squishmallows. Like they just bring me joy and I love stuffed animals. To never own a Squishmallow, I'd probably need maybe $5,000. But even so, that would be very hard to stick to. And if it was never own a stuffed animal again, okay, to never buy another stuffed animal, I would need probably $10,000. And that might be dramatic. If it was to sell or get rid of all of my stuffed animals, I didn't even write stuffed animals, but okay, let me organize my thoughts here. To never, or to sell my Squishmallows, I would need about $2,000. To never buy any more and sell them, like to just have no Squishmallows, I'd need around $5,000. If it was to never buy another stuffed animal in general again, I would need $10,000. And if I had to get rid of all of my stuffed animals and never buy another, I would probably need $500,000. These stuffed animals are so priceless to me. I have like all of my childhood stuffed animals, like my first like teddy bear. I have like some from like Milestones, like one that my mom got me when I was little, when I was having like really bad anxiety, that has like such like sentimental meaning to me. To get rid of all of those, I would need $500,000. And that's just my truth. How much money would I need to go skydiving is the next one. And I am very afraid of heights, if you guys don't know that. So I'd probably need $50,000 to go skydiving. And I know that's not that much, but like if I could go like with the instructor on my back and everything, like I would be petrified. I also thinking about it right now while I'm like on the ground, like I'm chilling. I think if I was actually up inside the plane looking down about to jump, I would fucking up that price to like $300,000. Like I would need multiple thousands to do that, because absolutely not. Right now, I'm going to say $50,000. But if I was up there looking down, I think I would be like, fuck this. But just knowing also that like the first time you jump and stuff, there's somebody on the back like doing all the work. You're just kind of sitting there. But also the scary thing for me is like the wind hitting your face. I feel like I would feel like I couldn't breathe, and that's what would scare the shit. I think I would panic if I felt like that. But I know it would be beautiful. I've gone parasailing and that was okay. I did that fine. But I would need at least like $50,000 to do that. Ooh, this one is tough. Very, very tough. How much money would I need to give up coffee? Honestly, probably like $100,000. I could not, like, what do you mean? I drink coffee every day. I think about coffee every day. I love the taste of it. And I know you guys are probably like, this is insane. $100,000 to give up a drink. And I don't give a fuck what you think because I love coffee. It brings me joy more than money would or could. You just need money to live, unfortunately. So that's why I would want a lot, because if I have to live without coffee, at least pay the fucking price for it, because I want to enjoy my life. And I think a life without coffee would really upset me. So we're going to say, did I say 100,000? I think I'm going to say $100,000 to give up coffee. Because I guess technically you could find loopholes. Like I could still drink matcha and I could still do like, but see, I don't like any like energy drinks. I was saying I could still do like, I could still get my caffeine if I do like, but I don't like Red Bull or like Monster or like, I don't drink soda anymore either. So even like a Coke or like Pepsi, I think has like a little caffeine, but I love coffee. So I'm sticking with my answer of 100,000. Oh, this one is crazy. How much money would I need to spend a night in a haunted hospital? Haunted anywhere, haunted like abandoned building, haunted school, haunted. I would need quite a bit of money. Okay, here's the thing. Am I alone or not? I'm assuming this one was one that someone gave me on Instagram. So shout out to you if you're watching. You know who said this one. But if I am like there with my friends and we're like staying there together, it'd still be scary, but I would need less money. I think I would do that for like $1,000. No, okay, that's probably like $500. Because I would do it for free. Like I would be like, oh, let's go do a haunted thing. But spending the night is where you lose me. I think I would need $500 to spend the night alone. At least 4,000. Because again, I'll say like, oh yeah, I'll go do it. But to force myself to actually stay and do it, I would need probably $4,000. What do you mean? I would have to spend the night alone in a haunted thing. No. No, 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 no. I actually do want to go to like an abandoned like building and like a haunted thing. I would love to film that. Like I would love to make a YouTube video for you guys exploring like haunted buildings or doing all that stuff. I think that would be super, super fun and entertaining for you guys and fun for me because I've never done anything like that. But with friends, I'm bringing friends. We're going to an abandoned thing. I'm not doing anything like that alone, let alone spending the night. At least like multiple thousands. This one, fuck no. How much money would I need to go underwater cave diving? That's like honestly the worst one in my opinion. Because you have the fucking oxygen things on. If you run out or if you go too deep, there's like a thing that can happen where like your pressure and when you get up, like genuinely, or inside a cave, it gets so small. You would need to pay me $5 million. $5 million fucking dollars to go underwater cave diving. Do you ever see the videos of people voluntarily going in those little ass caves and trying to crawl through and get out? You have me all the way fucked up. There's no way I'm ever doing anything like that. I need millions to do anything that involves going in a little cave underwater is insane. People who do things like that for fun, or like rock climb without a fucking harness, or people who climb Mount Everest, they're walking past dead bodies. They're fucking not even able to breathe. They're freezing. They're getting frostbite. They're hungry. I'm like, and you chose to do this. You chose to do this. Absolutely not. Millions. I'm not going underwater cave diving. I'll go snorkeling. Hey, let's go. Cave diving. Under the water. 5 mil. Even then, like, I just even actually, there might not be an amount of money. There's no amount of money you could pay me to make me go underwater cave diving. Actually, I like, no. Ooh, this one's kind of crazy. How much money would I need to cheat on a significant other that I had been with for years? When I was writing these down, I was really trying to think about this one, because that's crazy. I think no amount of money, if I'm being honest. And here's the thing, circumstantial, right? If it's someone I'd been with for years, I'm going to marry this person, I'm going to have children with this person, they're the love of my life, no amount of money. If it's a boyfriend I've had for a couple years and he treats me like shit and I don't want to marry him and I don't want to have kids with him and I'm going to end up breaking up with him anyway, or I don't even like him, because some people are in relationships with people they don't even like just because they're comfortable and they just don't know what else to do. If I was in that situation, I think you could get me with a little bit of money, which I know is fucked up, okay? But if I was already mentally checked out, I'm going to be honest, I might take some money. You can give me, which I know her question was probably more of the love of my life, like I've been with this person forever, and that answer is genuinely no money. No amount of money would make me cheat. If it's a guy who literally treats me like garbage, give me $20 and a nice coffee and I'll suck another guy's wiener. I'm being for real. Give me $20 and a nice coffee. If you treat me like shit, I'll actually cheat in front of you. I'll suck another wiener and make him watch. And how does that feel? Sorry, I don't know what just came over me. That was crazy. But is that even cheating? Okay, no, it would be cheating. No, I'd be like, actually, we're done. Then he'd be like, what? And then I'd just start making out with somebody else. Like, told you we're done. But the real answer, someone I'd been with for years and I really liked them, no amount of money. And I'm being so for real. Cheating is actually the most grimy thing ever. I do not fuck with cheating. Cheaters are that's just so unattractive, so weird. There's nothing wrong with hooking up with multiple people. If you want to be a whore and have fun and hook up with people, just don't be in a relationship. If you want to go sleep with other people, just tell the person you don't want to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to say yes to being in a relationship and then go cheat. Either find somebody who's okay with being in an open relationship and doesn't care if you have sex with multiple other people, or break up. Or tell them from the jump, I don't want to be in a relationship because I don't want to be monogamous and if they don't like that, then they can leave and you can find someone that likes it. Cheating is just not acceptable in any way. It's so emotionally damaging. It's weird. It's very weird. There's no reason to do it ever. And I know a lot of people that have cheated and it's weird. It's gross. It's weird. I've just never even thought of wanting to do that ever. Like, that's just insane. Anyway, Someone said this on my Instagram too. This one's a little crazy as well. How much money would I need to have little fish eat the dead skin off of my whole body? Like, you know, those little tiny fish that there's like the pedicures, like you put your feet in and they like eat the dead skin off. Honestly, I would do that one for free. I think that would kind of feel good just to have them chew it off my feet. Chew the dead skin off my whole body? I would probably need $1,000, maybe like $3,000. Because honestly, it would probably feel great after. Like, my skin would feel amazing. Like, all the dead skin eaten off, like, that would probably help me out a lot. But the experience of that, if they're like eating, oh, are they chewing my face? If little fish are chewing my face, that's actually where I have a lot of dead skin though. So that would probably be very helpful. So I would still do it, but just for 1,000 to 2,000 to $3,000. Because if it's all at once, like if I could do like an arm and then another arm, then they do my feet, then, but if it's my whole entire body all at once, I would probably need like $2,000, because that would be a very overwhelming experience, I feel like. And that's just crazy. Next one is to streak in public. How much money would I need to streak in public? Will I get arrested or no? Because that's obviously illegal, public indecency. If I would be able to do it and not get arrested, you would have to pay me probably like $10,000, because that's so embarrassing. 10,000, like, I feel like that's not even enough to be in public fully naked. And if there was a chance I was going to get arrested, double it and pass it to the next person. 20 fucking thousand. I would need definitely $20,000 if I was about to streak in public and possibly get arrested. I actually have been outside butt naked before, but I was drunk and it was also in my neighborhood and it was also like 4 a.m. So does it really count? I mean, it does count, right? Like, I was naked outside, but no one saw. I freaking hope no one saw. But I'm talking about like in a store or in like a restaurant or like walking around where there's multiple people. I would need at least minimum $10,000. And also, all these depend. Well, this one doesn't depend, but like, can I just run outside for a second, be naked, run back in? Or do I have to like be outside for like an hour naked or something? You know what I mean? But I would need minimum $10,000 for sure. Ugh, how much money would I need to lick a toilet seat? If it's a toilet seat at my house and I can just go like, I would do it for probably $50. If I had to do this, like lick the whole thing, I would need probably $200. If it's a public toilet seat, to just go like this, probably $500. And to go like this on a public I don't know why I keep making that motion. It's kind of like grossing me out. But if I had to do that on a public toilet seat, what kind of public? If it's like a fancy 5-star restaurant and you know somebody's cleaning those bathrooms every night, probably $1,000. If it's a janky ass like hometown bar where I go, oh my fuck, half the fucking girls, no offense to them, who are sitting on this toilet seat probably have herpes, gonorrhea. I'm not licking that toilet seat. I'm gonna get fucking herpes on my mouth, genuinely. So that would probably need I'm also going to say probably $5,000 to go like a full lick on a toilet seat in public. That's like a dirty toilet, 5,000. If it's like I said, somewhere where it's high end, the bathrooms are spick and span clean, I'd still probably need like 1,000. But just thinking of even licking a toilet seat is like really bad. Like that's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. I don't even want to think about that. Ooh. This one Matthew came up with, and you guys, if you've watched my channel, Matthew is my brother, and his brain is he's my best friend. He's hilarious. His brain, though, I don't know how he comes up with the things he thinks of. He said, also, if you guys get grossed out easily, sorry. How much money would I need to eat a bowl of toenails, boogers, and pubes? I just actually got physically grossed out. Imagine a bowl of toenails, boogers, and pubes. Ooh, that's so bad. I think I would actually rather get electrocuted in the pussy than eat that. Like, I, I would rather do anything else. I'd rather get fucking punched in the face. Would I? Okay, if I had to just nibble it and I could spit it out, I'd rather do that. Oh, would I though? I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna have to go with. Do I have to eat the entire bowl? And how big is the bowl? Eat a bowl? Like, what does that entail? Oh gosh. To eat a whole bowl? Dude, I'm actually making my own stomach hurt thinking about this. If I had to eat a whole bowl, I need at least $500,000. If we're talking like a regular size bowl, like something like this, like a cereal bowl sized bowl, $500,000 if I had to eat the whole thing. If I had to take a little nibble and spit it out, actually, I'm not even going to debate 500,000 flat. I would rather do anything else than do that. Like I said, electrocuted in the pussy, punched in the face, freaking, I don't know. Someone could pinch my nipple with pliers and twist it to the left. Rather do that. Oh, that would hurt my nipple so bad. But I'm not eating a bowl of toenails, boogers, and fucking pubes. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Next one. How much money would I need to make out with an 80-year-old? Ew. And I love an older man. If you guys know me, especially the people who know me in real life, I love like a 40-year-old man, even a 50-year-old man. 60s pushing it, but there's still some hot ones. 70s and 80s, we've gone out the door. To make out with an 80-year-old, because you know their teeth are all rotted out and stuff. Okay, I guess we'll go with 6,000. That's such a random number. I don't really know, but I don't want to do that, quite frankly. Make out with an 80-year-old? Is that crazy? Is $6,000 crazy for that? You're right. Maybe no one probably said anything. How about 1,000? Give me $1,000. And again, all of these depend, right? Is this like literally teeth falling out, rotten, dirty 80-year-old? Or is it like this 80-year-old was like still kind of hot when he was 60? You know what I mean? Or she. But is it like somebody who's like really decrepit, nasty? Because then might have to jump right back to the 6,000. I don't want to make out with an 80-year-old. I really don't. It's the last thing I would want to do. Last one I wrote down is how much money would I need to get my vagina pierced? 25,000. Fuck you. I'm not getting that pierced. Bro, oh my God, imagine a needle going through your CLIT, bro. 25,000 isn't even probably cutting it. But what else am I supposed to say? Like, I don't know. I can't do that. I really can't do that. 25,000 minimum. That seems like a pain I would not be willing to endure. Ooh, I just thought of one. How much money would I need to never get my nails done again? Probably, probably all the money I've spent on nails in my life added up together, which would probably be, oh God, I've gotten my nails so many times. I've been getting my nails done since I was in like middle school. Probably, maybe, no, I feel like elementary school, I would just like paint them at home with like regular nail polish. I've probably spent, I don't know math. This could be way off. This could be way more, or this could be probably less. I don't know. I was going to say like $4,000 on my nails throughout my entire life, which if that's true, that's actually insane. So we're just going to say I would need maybe $5,000 to never get my nails done again. Cause I mean, obviously that's not really a big deal. Like I'd be fine, but I love having nails. Like I just feel so CUNTY with nails. So probably like 5,000 to make back all the money, to just be like, fuck you. I can't get my nails done. Well, then I'm going to get all my money back from every nail I've ever had. But anyway, that was my, how much money I would need to do blank episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below any ones you want to ask me that I didn't do, and I will respond in the comments down below how much money I would need to do whatever you comment. If you guys are new here, I do a little piece of advice or little message at the end of each episode, and usually I try and keep it positive, but unfortunately I do want to kind of circle back to the beginning of this episode, talking about my dog passing away. And my little piece of motivation or piece of advice I wrote down is that grief looks different for everyone, and every process is normal. Everybody experiences grief in different ways. And for me, I experienced things very heavily and I was devastated. I was like sobbing. I was not doing well for like 4 days, and now I'm doing okay. And it's also not linear. You could be doing okay for a while, and then you could have a day where you were just having a bad day. You're missing the person or the pet or whoever it is, and then you could be fine the next day. Or some people, I was sobbing, crying. Some people just naturally don't cry, or they don't feel things as deeply, or they just have so much like suppressed emotions that they don't know how to really express them. And all of that is normal. You don't have to grieve in any certain way, and don't, because I was saying to my aunt and my cousin today, I was like, well, I feel guilty that I'm like not crying anymore. Like I'm not, like I'm still of course sad and miss him. And that's what my cousin said. She was like, just because you're not crying doesn't mean you're not like sad and that you don't miss him. And I was like, okay, you're right. And like, I don't know why I tend to overthink. Well, I overthink everything, but I don't know why I tend to overthink things like that, because she was right. Like, just because I'm not crying every day doesn't mean that I don't miss him still. So don't, and there's people that have passed away multiple years ago, and I of course still miss them and everything, but it's like, just, it's a different feeling. You don't necessarily move on, but you figure out how to continue life while still missing them. But because I was overthinking my grieving process earlier today, which made me want to give this advice. That grief looks different for everyone. If you don't cry, if you do cry, if you want to just sulk in your sadness and allow yourself to be sad, if you want to go out and distract yourself to not let yourself be sad, all of those things are normal, and don't let anyone make you feel weird or bad for about how you're dealing with grieving your loved one. Um, Grief, and there's different stages of grief. There's the anger, denial, the sadness, there's all the stages. So every stage is normal, every emotion's normal. And yeah, sorry to end it not really so positive, but I do, again, like I said, want to be honest and open with you guys. And that is a serious thing that I just went through in my life. So I wanted to circle back to that. And I just love my dog and I want to honor him and talk about him and share him with you guys. So, with that being said, that is the end of this episode. I would appreciate it so much if you guys liked and subscribed and turned the post notifications on. Also, while you're commenting any other ones you want me to say how much money I would need to do, you can also comment any podcast topic suggestions or video suggestions. And I have some exciting videos coming up because I'm going to be going somewhere and I'm going to vlog it for you guys. So stay tuned and subscribe if you're new because you're going to want to see that video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you.